Okay, so this is Stranded Deep, which is not a new game. It's relatively new to consoles, but yeah. So I was telling some friends about it, and I decided to make a little video giving an overview of what the game is. I'm not going to start from the beginning. This isn't the first time I've played it. This is the fourth or fifth time I've played it, but um, the beginning is basically you're flying on an airplane and it crashes into the Pacific Ocean, and you swim to a life raft, and um, you kind of come out of the water next to this island where you sort of start your survival game. And the object of the game is to survive and to escape. And in order to survive, you have to gather materials and things like that, and food and water and all of those things, and you can build rafts and shelters and tools and all kinds of things. So you start on one island, but the island that you're on, you're actually surrounded by a bunch of other islands. Now the red square in the middle here is the island that you're currently on. As you can see, I'm on day 23 here, so I'm a little ways into this particular scenario. Um, and my character is currently, the last time I saved was at the home island right in the middle there. You can see there's a bunch of other little islands surrounding you. You can visit all of them, and all of them have their own independent resources. Some resources respawn, but most don't. So there's a finite supply to certain resources. The skulls represent mini bosses or bosses. Um, there is sort of a narrative to this game, which involves escaping from this area, but I'm not going to get into that. So I'll give you a basic overview of my camp and how things work. Keep in mind, when you start the game, you don't have any of this stuff. I've spent quite a bit of time gathering resources to build what I have already. So one of the first things you build is just a simple shelter where you can save and sleep. Um, the game has all kinds of other things: your overall health, your hunger meter, uh, your thirst or water, and then your SPF or your exposure to the sunlight. And right now, all of my stats look good, um, so that's good. Um, this island has been pretty well picked through. You can't, there isn't really any trees or anything here because I pretty much cut everything down already and looted everything. And I did that to build this sort of structure. It's kind of goofy. The physics in this game are weird. You don't really need walls to build a roof as long as you have one wall, and the walls need a platform, but after you build the wall, you can tear down the platform. It's really weird. So you can build all these little things like this. Here's a smoker where I can put food on to smoke it, and this will make fuel when I start putting potatoes in there, which you can grow right over here. So I have my potatoes growing here. I have some water stills. These things collect water, so when I'm thirsty I can just drink water. So, and you feed it by giving them these palm fronds like this. So it's only missing one water, so I just give it one palm frond. This is good. And, okay, so there's that. And then I have where I kind of just leave all my resources. So I have all my tools here. I also have an axe on me. Fibrous materials, rocks, duct tape. I have one jerry can. I'm going to need more of those. I have a bunch of clay right here, and some lashings, and then leather, cloth, and then you can rename these containers too. So I renamed that one extra tools, and then meds and food, and I have all kinds of smoked food in here that will never go bad. Yeah. And so now I'll show you my raft, and then just for fun we'll go to another island. So this is my raft that I built. You have to build it. I have sails that kind of pull it out in all directions. It just kind of makes leaving a lot easier. So we'll grab a compass, we'll pick a direction. How about we go directly west? Okay, so we need to go that way. Okay, well, we'll get this show on the road. And away we go. So I built this thing, and I'm not done building. I'm going to make it bigger. You can see it carries all those crates, so I can go to other islands and harvest their resources and carry more stuff. Okay, so we need to go a little bit more like that way. I have a boat motor, but I don't have fuel for it yet. But I'm working on that. That's what I'm growing the potatoes for. Grow those potatoes, and then you can put them in that still that will cook them. Now, another thing about this game is there are sharks and things like that. I have them turned off in this playthrough because it's just something I didn't feel like dealing with. They can cause bleeding damage, and then you need bandages and a bunch of other stuff. So I turned sharks off because they'll attack your boat. They'll try to flip it over and get you off of it. But maybe we'll see a whale. The other thing is you don't want to walk around on these rafts when they're moving, because if you fall off, they'll keep going. Yeah. So it's just kind of a chill game. Like, you know, this is time when, you know, if I feel like burning one or checking my phone or hanging out with my cat or whatever, you know. This time that you sail in between islands, there's my old island. And there's the one I'm heading to. We should still be going due west, which is perfect. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you move around on these. I've fallen off a raft before, and it does just keep going. You have to just pretty much quit the game and reload your save. That's why it's always also a good idea to save right before you leave an island. But I'm probably just going to restart this game after I kind of show you. So when you first start the game and you land on an island, it's basically like what I'm about to do. Is you're going to show up with basically nothing, and you have to pick stuff up to make basic tools, and you can use those basic tools to make better tools. And then you can build things like shelters and fires and smokers and clay furnaces and all kinds of stuff. But it all starts with harvesting stuff and gathering materials, which in my view is the most fun of the game. I love like games where you gotta go out and farm and collect things and then build things. Looks like a storm might be coming in. These waters get pretty crazy when storms show up. But it's like a weird color. Usually it's dark and it looks really, really light out. There's some light clouds. The wind's picking up. Okay, so you can see all this stuff in the water surrounding the island. Those are shipwrecks, and inside them they have loot. By the way, I've never been to this island. This is the first time. And I'm probably going to just shut off and reset, because I didn't bring any supplies or anything with me, so I'm not prepared to loot this properly right now. Okay, so coming up here, I see this is going to be kind of a tricky... There's some rocks there. Now the way I have this raft set up is I can just push it, bring it right up to the shore. Like so. Oh, look it, man, my sail is still pushing me. Okay. So I'm gonna have to pull her a little bit. Yeah. So then you never want to not anchor your raft. See that little purple thing down in the water there? That guy will poison you, so you don't want to do that. That thing that I almost just stepped on. Okay, anchor's down. So, this is a brand new island. There's a pig there he'll run away from me probably. Oh, maybe not. And so then you can see things like rocks that you can make stone tools out of. There's planks. See, these are the kind of trees that you'll see all over the place. You can walk up to it and chop it down and harvest all the materials. Let's see what else is on here. Oh, we can go take a trip out to a shipwreck here so you can see what that's all about. You can swim around and spearfish for food. There's treasure on some of these ships. Alright, down we go. Ooh, there's a big grouper. He won't hurt you, though. So you kind of... Ooh, now that guy will. Okay, there's nothing here. Is this ship a bust? This one might be a bust. You got... Oh, yep. Alright, so I'm going to get a fresh breath of air before we go down in the hull here. There we go. We'll just take that. Is there anything else in here? No, doesn't look like it. Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, and so that's kind of what you do when you go to an island, is you just loot stuff. So, yeah, I don't know, it's fun, it's relaxing, there's no other players, there's no explosions or guns, you're just marooned on these islands. It's very much like Cast Away, you know? And, what's this? Looks like, oh, another crate. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so this is Stranded Deep.